So guys, what I want to cover for you today is how we're able to utilize free trials and get them into becoming paying members within our facility. One of the things is when we were marketing with no ad spend, we used free trials a lot. We used three free personal training sessions. We also used 7-day free passes because the cost to acquire that client was nothing apart from time. And then when you're running paid ads, that's where all our paid offers come into play. So generally, if we're marketing organically, Instagram, Facebook, people we meet, networking groups, sporting clubs, affiliates, we use the free trial in this model I'm about to teach you. And then for our paid ads, when we were running those, we always did a paid offer because what you have to do is what we call self-liquidating your ad spend, which I can cover in another episode for you guys. With this free offer, we're actually going to be turning them into paid trials by using a face-to-face consult. So in the clubs that I ran, we did all face-to-face consults. That's the way we like to sell so that our trainers could be full-time and then they help with their sessions. They also help with the consults and then the admin. People like Brad did their sales over the phone. Guys, both work really, really well. Just make sure you have one way that you sell. Now, the first part is making sure you can get people onto these free trials, right? So that's where posting really good content, connecting with your audience, making sure you're sending messages and giving out the offers, right, will help you get these consults to attend. Now, how you do this really well is actually a mindset trait. So what you want to do is make a 28-day offer that is so good that you feel stupid if people don't do it. Right? That's the first thing. So in our clubs, we help people lose 5 kilos or more. So we made a program that covered absolutely everything to help someone lose at least half a kilo a week within their first month. We had their diet, we had their training, we had nutrition, we had mindset, we had their coaching and accountability. That we were so proud of this program. And it just absolutely annihilated the 7-day free trial in absolutely every facet, right? It just absolutely smashed it. And if you believe that, because in a lot of like sales conviction, because I'm going to teach you how to be a doctor in here, so you're going to actually advise what's best for people, is you've got to know that the offer is really, really amazing. And it should be an offer that you're so proud of. What we talk a lot about to our members in the inner circle is it should be an offer that you want to give your friends, your family, the people that you love and care about, if they have a goal that you can help, right? Obviously, our goal was helping people lose 5 kilos or more. Now, you want to make sure that when you're going into this consult that you have a clear, direct line of what you actually want to sell them based on the information they told you. We have a lot of advanced members in the inner circle who will use a free trial to sell into 24-week programs or 12-week programs. Within our clubs, guys, we went 7 days into a 28-day paid program because our trainers weren't like sales experts, right? We had trainers who were like great trainers. They were pretty good at sales. And we found that bridge of getting them from a 7-day trial all the way up to like $199 offer was really simple. But if you are better at sales, right? If you're really talented, you're actually able to bypass this 7-day trial and get them into a 24-week or longer program if you're really, really confident. It just depends exactly where you're at. So we would get the leads, get the people to come in. And then what we would actually do is run them through this consultation. And this is where we're able to advise. So we would be sitting down with someone a couple of meters away. They would come into the facility. They would see all of these walls with Polaroids of people who have lost weight, crushed PBs on their deadlift, bench and squat, done really cool events like Tough Mudder. They would also have a little book of all our testimonials. So we'd kind of give them a book for a couple of minutes, they can look through that, get them primed. And then myself or one of the trainers would sit down and would run them through this consultation script. So one of the things we had this is for accountability for our sales reps, but also to make sure that everything was covered in the consult. So we would identify their goals. So their main goal and also their secondary goal as well. And what you're really looking for is a goal that takes longer than 7 days to complete, which 99.9% of the time always pops up. But you want to make sure this goal is specific. So when you're sitting down with someone, you're like, hey, Jimmy, what are your goals? Like, I want to lose weight. You're like, awesome, like really, really good goal. If you don't mind me asking, how much weight would you like to lose? So you want to make sure it's really, really specific on both goals that they have. Then you want to get a goals timeline, like when they would like to achieve the goal by. And this works in a couple of different facets. One, you want to make sure they have a realistic time frame. Sometimes you have to re-educate. And two, it's them pre-selling themselves on a longer program already before you're actually asking about it. Because if they say they want to lose 10 kilos by the end of the year, you've already got some data in here where you can bypass this 7-day trial because they're already saying that they want to reach a goal that's going to take longer than 7 days. Then you want to make sure you cover their injuries. So in our clubs, guys, we did large group training, we did small group training, and also one-on-one personal training. The only reason why you ask injuries is you're looking for red flags, right? If someone's able to go into the groups and like do really, really well in it, that's amazing. But there's nothing worse in a large group with someone with a dodgy shoulder, dodgy knee, and you have to change all the exercises. So that's where we'd start to pre-frame, what are we going to sell them? And is this going to be the best product for them? And that's what you always have to think, right? The best product for the person sitting in front of you. If it's a 7-day pass, which I doubt it will be, go ahead and do it. But if you have to go, hey, look, Jimmy, based on what you told me, you really need one-on-one personal training. You've got to think of yourself as a doctor in this circumstance. You've got to think of yourself as an advisor who's going to give them the best advice they need to hit their goals. Then we'll start to cover a little bit of habit stuff. So what they eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Would also cover how much they eat out, what they spend per day. This is to overcome a few financial objections and also understand a bit about their lifestyle habits. Because if you're about to actually coach someone, you want to know as much as you can about them. You want to know if, they like to go out on a Saturday night and drink a bottle of wine, right? Because you're going to be the one advising them to reach their goals. So you're looking at it as a way to sell, but also you're about to coach this person for 24 weeks, a year, maybe 2 years. So you want to make sure that you're able to give them the best advice to help them get some quick wins within their program. And this document really helps you do that. Then we obviously ask if they smoke or drink alcohol. Just habit-based, financial-based kind of stuff. And then we also ask them what their current gym membership is or their current exercise level. So we want to know like a baseline of where they're at. Now, one of the questions that we added in, which really, really helps is what's their previous buying habits? Have they done an online trainer? Have they done apps? Have they joined up at gyms? Have they done personal training? So then what you can start to do is you can start to pre-frame things that they've done in the past that haven't worked, but you can also pick up their buying tendencies as well. Say if someone had done 5 personal training sessions a week for $200 a session, that they're already used to spending that, $800 to $1,000 a week, which happened in a couple of consults that I ran, right? And so then you're able to advise them, is this something you want to go back to with this PT, or what are you kind of looking to do? Then we always want to cover why it's important for them out of 10. Right? So just imagine you've got someone that wants to lose 10 kilos. So you're like, awesome, Jimmy, based on what you've told me, how important out of 10 is this losing this 10 kilos for you for, your wedding next January? Is it 1 out of 10, not very important, doesn't matter if you hit it? Or is it a 10 out of 10 where it's of utmost importance for you? Now, you want people to say 7 or higher, right? Usually people will say like 7 or 8. They often say work or family ahead. But if someone says a 5, what we want to do is go, look, why isn't it a high priority for you right now? And you want them to identify that this is a really high priority and that it's incredibly important for them. And then what we do in this little document here, and all the detailed trainings are actually for the inner circle, but we map out their timeline over a 16-week period. So, we tell them the first month they'll lose 2 kilos and then it will continue on, in here that they'll start to feel the differences within themselves at 8 weeks. At 12 weeks, they'll start to get people commenting about like how much weight they've lost, how fantastic they look. And then at week 16 mark, we have to reset their goals and macros and things like that. So we would explain to them the 16-week process, right? So they can start to really visualize what success looks like. Now, once you've got all this data in here, guys, once you've got everything all mapped out, now you can start to advise them to go, hey, Jimmy, look, based on what you've told me, I know you came in for the 7-day pass, but I feel like the 28-day challenge is better for you. It's just $199. Here's what you get: feature benefit solution, feature benefit solution, feature benefit solution. I think that's what we should move ahead with. You're going to be 2 kilos down. How does that sound? Right? Then you're able to wrap up that sale and turn a free trial into a paid trial. And then off the back of it, you just explain how how your 24-week program works off the back with the silent sale and things like that. This is all terminology we use within the Inner Circle program, guys, about how you wrap up and bundle sales, right? But the biggest thing that you want to cover is always thinking of yourself like a doctor. When you go to a doctor, you explain your symptoms, they give you the solution, whatever they think is best for you. And that's the mindset that you want to have. And it was this basic consultation script that helped us get over 70% of our free trials into a paying program with 18, 19, 20-year-olds who are not sales experts. They were not as good as Brad at sales. They weren't amazing, but they were integral in helping our club go from 27 members all the way up to 1,200. And then just while we're on this document, guys, I just want to cover like a couple of basic admin things once you've wrapped up the sale. So obviously we'd make sure they book in for their app and they know how to book in for classes. We would book them in for their first 12 sessions, 3 sessions a week for 4 weeks, because we had systems that if they missed or canceled a session, we would start to contact them to make sure they're in that 3 session per week flow. Would obviously take their photo for their CRM. Because we had multiple trainers, we need to have photos of the clients so we could walk up and use their name on day one. It was just a really, really nice touch point. We would give our members a free 28-day MyZone trial with like a sale off the back of it of $149 or $17 a week for 10 weeks, because we knew our members who used MyZone stayed with us for longer and started to gamify fitness. Now, we'd also explain what happens with the welcome email. So every email, when someone signs up, I'm sure you're sending out a welcome email, but just for 30 seconds, we'll explain the importance of that email, how to use it really well, why they need to save it, because it was an email that we gave them with all the information. So what we recommend is we're like, hey, Jimmy, I want you to save this email somewhere safe, because it's got how you book in for classes, how you suspend, how you cancel, how you contact our trainers, like so much information. It was like a Bible of our business where they could always refer back to that if they needed. We'd make sure we've got their in-body scan. They know how to do that. That was one of the things in our clubs. We'd talk to them about how they can refer friends. And then also each month we had a seminar and would get them booked in for that or our community event over the next 28 days. And that was the system that we used to be able to get people from a 7-day pass into a 28-day pay program. And then we had certain systems off the back to make sure they signed up for a 24-week program off the back. So guys, I hope that gives you a little bit of value for your business. Being able to do this will help accelerate your business, will help you increase the revenue you get, but also be able to monetize free offers by simply just advising something that's better for the individual. So it's not sleazy. There's no bait and switch. They can go, hey, I want to do the 7-day if I want, where we can start to objection handle. But what we're starting to do is think of ourselves as doctors, think of ourselves as advisors for the general community within our area. And we always want to sell what is best for them, right? So they reach their goal, so they're happy, so they're healthier, and they are moving forward with their health and fitness.
Let's go.